Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. Now take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Sunny with a Chance of Fog, and it's by PDYXS, and here are the rules. To start, you need to know these rules. Sudoku, fill the grid with the digits 1 through 9 so that each digit occurs exactly once in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. We have Renban lines, where digits on a line form a set of non-repeating consecutive digits in any order. So an example of this could be something like 6, 3, 2, 5, and 4. Since this does not repeat and it has the set 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is consecutive, this fulfills a Renban line. And remember, you can't have repeats on a Renban, and they all have to be, it has to be consecutive digits. And that's how Renban lines work. Later, you'll need to know these as well. We have encroaching fog. The grid is not covered in fog. Placing a correct digit in a cell will summon fog to that cell and to the 8 surrounding cells. No guessing or erasing of digits is required. Okay. If two cells, and then we have Kropke. Oh, this is interesting. If two cells do not have a grid line between them, their digits are consecutive. If a Renban line is hollow between two digits, the digit in one cell is double the other. And not all Kropke clues are given. So if two cells do not have a grid line between them, so if they don't have a grid line between them, their digits are consecutive. I guess that comes from the fog? So once the fog comes in, then you'll know that the digits are consecutive. If a Renban line is hollow, I don't know what that means by hollow. Between two cells, the digit in one cell is double the other. So that's the black Kropke dot rule. Um, hmm, interesting. I'm not sure what that means. But these are typical white Kropke dot and black Kropke dot rules, where the white Kropke dot rule is between two cells which do not have a grid line between them. And right now, all cells have grid lines between them, so we don't know which ones are consecutive or not. And if a Renban line is hollow between two cells, I don't know what that means. The digit in one cell is double the other. Not all Kropke clues are given. In this notes, in this puzzle, constraints are being rendered in non-standard ways. Right. That's, yeah, we sort of understood that, I guess. The color tool will not work, and the line tool is strange. Such is the price of summoning fog. Okay. I'm gonna pause here right now so that I can get a better idea. See if he clarifies what this hollow thing is. I'm not really. I don't understand that hollow thing. Okay, unfortunately, there's no clarification. I guess we'll just have to figure it out based on what exactly when we get these puzzles right, I guess. Hmm. Um, Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm gonna get started. Let's go. Okay, first things first. These are all 5-length Ren bands, which means that Ren bands all have to have 5 in them. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 lines. So therefore, all 5 nines have to be on these Ren bands. Well, where is the 5 then in column 1? It must be one of these two cells. Where is the 5 in row 1? It has to be one of those two cells. Where is the 5 in row 9? It has to be one of those two cells. Where's the 5 in column 9? It has to be one of those two cells. Where's the 5 in box 1? It has to be one of those 3 cells. Where's the 5 in box 3? It has to be one of those 3 cells. Where's the 5 in box 7? It must be one of those 3 cells. And where's the box 5 in box 9? It has to be one of those 3 cells. Well, where are we missing a 5 now? We're missing a 5 in column 5 and row 5, which means this has to be a 5. So this is a 5. Okay, so here we have no grid lines because they were darkened in by the fog. I'm guessing the hollow lines are here. So these are hollow lines, which makes this essentially a black Kropke dot. These are consecutive. So we have 2 black Kropke dots on these lines. And they have to be consecutive with each other and 5, including 5. Well, 4 and 8 would mean you have 3, 6, and 7 together, but that's not in a 1-to-2 ratio. Therefore, I think it has to be 2, 3, 2, 4, and 3, 6, right? If you try to have 1 through 5, so you can't have 9. If you try to have 4 and 8, 4 through 8, that doesn't work because you need 4 through 8. 3 through 7, 7 cannot be on a black Kropke dot. So in 1 through 5 doesn't work because 3 has to be in a 1-to-2 ratio with something, and it can only be with 6. So this has to be 2, 3, 4, and 6, which means the other digits must be 7, 8, or 9. Therefore, this must be 6. This has to be 7 because it's consecutive with that, and this has to be 8, which makes this 1 and 9. This cannot be 6. This cannot be 6. So these 3 are consecutive. This is hollow with that. This is not hollow. So these... So this is... These 3 are consecutive. These 3 are consecutive. Because of that, we know... What do we know? I'm not really sure. This has to be a 3 because 6 is in a ratio with 2 to 3. Sorry, in a 1-to-2 ratio with 3. This is 2 and 4. These have grid lines, so we don't know what those are. Again, this is consecutive. This is in a 1-to-2 ratio with something, so this cannot be a 5. Which means one of these two has to be a 5, which means neither of these can be a 5. Therefore, this is a 5 here. Which means these can't be 5, therefore this is a 5. Which means these can't be 5, therefore this is a 5. Which means this can't be 5, therefore this is a 5 here. Okay, these are consecutive. None of these are guaranteed to be consecutive, but they aren't. There's not a negative constraint here. These are hollow. These three are consecutive. Because of that, hmm. Hmm. These three digits must be consecutive. Um, it could be 1, 2, 3. So this, if that were the case, this would be 3, 2, and 1. It could be 2, 3, 4. So this could be 2, 4. This would be 2, 4 if that's the case. And this would be 3. It cannot contain a 5. So it could be 6, 7, 8. This can't be 7 or 8, so this would be 6. This would be 7. That would be 8 if that's the case. This can't be 1. Okay, so this cannot be 1, 2, 3 then. It could be 2, 3, 4, in which case, again, this would be 3. This would be 2, 4, 2, 4. If it's 6, 7, 8, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, because this can't be 7 or 8, obviously. Or it's 7, 8, and 9, in which case this is 9, this is 8, and this is 7. So either of those works. Interesting. Similarly here, this could be 1, 2, 3. In which case, this is 2, this is 3, this is 1. It could be 2, 3, 4. In which case, this is no, it cannot be 2, 3, 4. Because if it's 2, 3, 4, this would have to be 2 or 4 here. It could be 6, 7, 8. In which case, this is 8, this is 7, this is 6. Or it could be 7, 8, 9. It cannot be 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's interesting. So either this is 1 or 8. This is 2 or 7. This is 3 or 6. Hmm. 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 That's interesting. So if this is 1, 2, and 3, that makes this a 4. Oh, this can never be 9. So this can't be 9, 8, and 7. Because this is in a 1 to 2 ratio with this digit. If this is 1, 2, 3, that forces this to be 4, right? Because this would have to be 1 through 5. So this would be 4 and 2, and that works, and then this would be 3. If this is 6, 7, 8, that means this is either 4 through 9. So this is either then 4 or 9. It cannot be 9. Either way, this is a 4, right? Because it's either 4 through 9, but the problem is you can't have 6, 7, or 8 here. So this would have to be the 4 or 9, and you can't have 9 here. So this has to be 4, which makes this a 2, which makes this a 3, this is a 4. This 2 means this can't be 2, so this is 4, this is 2. These two are consecutive, but that's all we know. So this is 4 either way. This is then 2 and 4. So this cannot be 8. It has to be 1, 2, and 3. So therefore this is 3. This has to contain 5, 6, 7, 8. And 4 or 9 are here, but this is also 4 or 9. Obviously, this can't be 5 here. This can't be 8. This can't be 6, 7, 6, 7. No 4 here. This is a 3 and a 5, and it's either 1 through 5, 2 through 6, or 3 through 7. So it's 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 as possibilities, but it can't be 2, 4, or 7 here. This is 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 as possibilities. But, So 4 has to be here, right? Because if 4 is not here, then none of these work. Okay, so 1, this is either 1 or 6. If it's 1, then this has to be 2 and 4. If this is 6, it could be 2 and 4 or 4 and 7. So this cannot be 1. But either way, 4 has to be here, which means these cannot be 4. This is 4 and 5. This then, okay, so this has to be 1, because that's the only place where it can be. This has to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 7, 8, 9. This is 5, and this is 6 or 9 here. This is 5, and this has to be 6, 7, or 8 here. Okay. This is 4 and 5. None of these can be 3, so it has to be 6, 7, and 8 here. This has to be 8 then. This can't be 6. Then this is 6 and 7. So this is 8. 9 cannot be on this Ren band, but it could be here or here. This can't be 8, so this must be 9, which means none of these are 9. This can't be 9. This is a 4. So this can't be 4, 9, or 8, so this is 5, which means this can't be 5. These can't be 9 here. So this has to be 2 and 4, which makes this a 5. Therefore, we need a 3 on this Ren band. Cannot be here, so it must be here. So this is 3. This becomes 1 or 6. This can't be 6 because of the 6, 7 pair in the row. So this can't be 6, which makes this a 1, which makes that 9, which makes that a 1. This has to be 6 or 7 because it can't be 8. This is 6, 7, or 9. This is 6, 7, or 9. This must contain a 3 here. So this is 3 and 5. We also need a 4 then. And 4 cannot be here, and 4 cannot be here because of these 4. So this must be a 4. This is in a 1 to 2 ratio with this digit, and we have a 3 on it. So this cannot be 4 and 8 because 4 and 8 would not include a 3 on the Ren band. So this must be a 2. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have 1 or 6 with it. Therefore, the remaining digits are 7, 8, and 9. So it's a 7 or 8. This is 7, 8, or 9. This is 7, 8, or 9. And this is 1 or 6. This has to be a 5, though. So this is 5, which makes this 3. This has to be a 1 or 6 here. This can't be 1 because of this 1. So this must be a... Oops. This must be a 6, which makes this a 1. Therefore, this has to be 2 and 4. And this can't be 4 because of that 4, so this must be 2, which makes that a 4. This cannot contain a 3, so it's either 4 through 8 or 5 through 9. Either way, it has to have a 6, and none of these can be 6, so therefore this is a 6 here. So this can't be 6, this can't be 6. We have a 7, 9, 7, 9 pair in column 5, which eliminates 7 and 9 in the column, so this can't be 7, this is 6. Which means these can't be 6. we need to have a 7 and an 8, and it's with a 4 or a 9. But 4 cannot be on this ren band because of this 4. So this has to be 7, 8, 9. Which means this can't be 8. This can't be 7 because of the 6, 7 pair in the row. So this is 8 or 9. This is 7 or 9. These are consecutive. So therefore, one of them must be 8. And therefore, this cannot be 8 here. These are consecutive. So it must be 8 with 7 or 9. So this is 8, which means this can't be 8. So this is 7, which makes that a 9. This can't be 7 because of that 7. So this is 9. This has to be 8 to be consecutive here. This can't be 6 or 7. That makes this 8, which makes that 5. This can't be 8 or 9. So this is 7. This has to be a 6, 9 pair here. This 7 means this can't be 7. So this is 6, which makes that 7. This 6 means this can't be 6. So this is 9, which makes that 6. And now we probably just do normal Sudoku. This can't be 9 here because of this 9. So this is 7, which makes that 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining in row 7. And this can't be 2, 3, or 4. So this must be 1. This can't be 2. So this is 3 or 4. This can't be 4. So this is 2 or 3. And this could be any of 2, 3, or 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 5s. How many 1s? We know where the 1 is in column 8. Cannot be here because of this 1, so it must be here. Well, the last remaining digit now is a 2 in column 8. So this is a 2, which means this can't be 2. That makes this a 4, which makes that a 2. This can't be 2 anymore. Where is a 2 in row 7? It has to be here. So now we have 8 2s. We know where the last 2 has to be. It has to be here. What about how many 1s do we have? We actually don't have, well, okay. We know where the 1 has to be in box 1. Can't be any of these because of the 1s in their rows, respectively. So it must be here. So this is 1. And now we have 8 1s. So we know where the last 1 has to be. It has to be here. Okay, so we've got all the 1s. We have all the 2s. 3 is still kind of... Okay, well, this digit has to be a 7 because that's the only remaining digit left. We know where the 7 is in box 7. It has to be here because this can't be 7 because of the 7s in the rows. This can't be 7 because of the 7 in the column. So this is 7. And therefore we have... This can't be 7, so this must be 8, which makes that 7. And now we have 8 7, so we know where the last 7 has to be. It has to be here. 6s, do we have enough 6s? No. We know where the 6 is in box 7, though. Can't be any of these, so it must be here. So this is 6. That's not that helpful, though. 8s. 8 cannot be in box 1. 8 cannot be here or here, so it must be here. 8 cannot be here or here, so it must be here. 8, and now we have 8 8s. We know where the last 8 has to be. It has to be here. Since this is 8, what's the last digit here? It has to be a 3 in row 9. So this 3 in the corner makes us celebrate because we can do this much easier. This has to be a 4. This has to be a 3. The remaining digit here is a 9. The remaining digit here is a 4. The remaining digit here is a 6. This has to be a 6 9 pair in column 7, but this can't be 6 because of that 6, so this is 9, which makes that 6. This 9 means this can't be 9, so this is a 9, and this is a 3. And congratulations, there is now fog everywhere. For more puzzles, follow me on Blue Sky at pdyxs.bsky.social. So if you have Blue Sky, I guess you can follow him there. Pretty interesting puzzle. I guess it's hard to say what the hollows would have been to start with, but I guess it makes sense now. Yeah. I mean, it became clear, but it's hard to explain without actually having an example um, in the beginning. Still, pretty cool use of fog to delineate more information here. Pretty interesting rule set. I don't know. I look forward to the future rule sets with increasing fog instead of removing fog in the future. And I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.